Chosen one, you didn't arrive here by accident. If you're reading these words, watching this video at this exact moment, pause and take this in. This isn't coincidence. This isn't chance. This isn't an algorithm guessing your interests. Something deeper has been unfolding. There has been a careful alignment of moments, a quiet arranging of circumstances, all guiding you here. Your path and this message have met on purpose. You may have noticed that something has felt different lately, a restlessness that won't settle, nights where sleep slips away for no clear reason, a stirring inside you that's hard to explain, like your soul is awake while the world is still. There's a reason for that. What's happening now is meant to bring clarity to those feelings. What you're about to hear is meant to shift how you see yourself, your journey, and the season opening in front of you. This moment matters. The urgency is real, the timing is intentional. And yes, you, not someone else. You have been set apart for something that will stretch you and amaze you at the same time. The world is standing on the edge of change. A deep spiritual realignment is underway. For many, it will feel like loss, confusion, and collapse as things they trusted begin to fail. But for you, this season carries a different meaning. Every trial you endured, every low place you survived, every moment that felt like defeat was preparation. This shift isn't your destruction, it's your elevation. It's the answer to prayers you whispered when no one was listening. Scripture says, "I'm doing a new thing, now it springs forth. Do you not perceive it?" A path where there was none, life where things looked barren. That promise speaks directly into where you are right now. If this is resonating with you, if something inside you recognizes this truth, tap the like button as a simple act of agreement. And as we continue, type the word "ready" in the comments. Stay with me. This message didn't find you randomly, and by the end you'll understand why. Right now there are signs showing up in your life that you may have brushed off as stress or overthinking, but they're more than that. Your spirit has been nudging you awake in the quiet hours, 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, when the world is silent, yet your mind feels alert. You're lying there in the dark, thoughts flowing, not always anxious, just alive, insightful, heavy in a way you can't quite put into words. That's not a sleep problem. That's not restlessness without reason. That's preparation. Those are moments when distractions fall away and your heart becomes more receptive. You may have noticed that conversations feel different now. Someone says something simple, something they've said many times before, but suddenly it carries weight. It lingers with you. It echoes in your thoughts long after the moment has passed. Words that once rolled right by now land deep. That doesn't mean you're becoming overly sensitive. It means your awareness is sharpening. Your ability to hear beneath the surface is waking up. You're beginning to perceive what others miss. Things that once satisfied you don't hit the same anymore. Entertainment that used to distract you now feels empty. Habits that once brought comfort now feel limiting. You catch yourself asking questions you never asked before. Is this really all there is? Is this what I'm meant for? Those questions aren't signs that you're lost. They're signs that you're being called forward. Comfort has quietly become an obstacle, and disruption is the invitation. The noise around you feels heavier now. Endless scrolling drains you faster. Shallow conversations leave you empty. You crave meaning, depth, truth that actually feeds you. That isn't bitterness. That isn't withdrawal. It's discernment. You're being pulled away from what's artificial so you can recognize what's real. If you're nodding along, if this feels uncomfortably accurate, understand this: you're not falling apart. You're not broken. You're not losing yourself. You're waking up. And once this awakening begins, there's no going back to sleep. This awakening is part of something much bigger than your personal journey. There is a movement happening right now, a shaking that reaches far beyond individual lives. Everything that was built on deception, pride, or empty promises is being exposed. Structures that looked strong on the outside are beginning to crack, not because God is cruel, but because what cannot last must give way to what is real. What is rooted in truth will remain, what is not will fall. You might look at your own life and feel unprepared for what's ahead. You might think you're too flawed, too inconsistent, too marked by past mistakes to be chosen for anything meaningful. But that thought doesn't come from truth. It comes from fear. History is filled with people who felt the same way. Moses doubted his ability to speak. David felt overlooked. Gideon hid because he felt small. Esther questioned her worth. Peter failed publicly. Paul carried a painful past. Yet each one was called, not because they were perfect, but because they were willing. Your past doesn't disqualify you. Your weaknesses don't remove you from the plan. In many ways, they prepared you. They taught you humility. They taught you dependence. They showed you that strength doesn't come from self-reliance, but from trust. When pressure rises, God doesn't watch from a distance. He steps in. He supports. He strengthens. You don't need flawless faith to move forward. You don't need certainty about every step. All that's required is enough faith to say yes, enough to take one step, enough to believe that if you were called, you'll also be carried. As this process continues, a clear separation will become visible. Some will choose comfort over conviction. Some will trade truth for approval. Some will retreat when courage is required. But that isn't your path. You're being positioned to stand when others step back, to stay grounded when things feel unstable. If you feel that stirring in your chest right now, take a moment to subscribe and be part of this growing community. You're not alone in this awakening. The storm that is coming will not be gentle. It will test everything you've built, every belief, every layer of faith you carry. For many, it will feel overwhelming. Relationships will be challenged, finances will shake, stability will wobble, and fear will rise where certainty once stood. Those who ignored the call, those who relied on themselves instead of the divine, will find this storm unbearable. Their pride will crumble, their self-reliance will fail, and panic will overtake them. They will search desperately for something solid and find nothing. But you, chosen one, you are not called to fear. You are called to rise. Your faith is your shield. Your purpose is your compass. Your connection to God is your anchor. Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you. Yes, I will help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand, says Isaiah 4:1-10. Let these words sink deep. This is covenant, not suggestion. This is a promise. When opposition rises, when the waves crash, when the battle intensifies, God's presence rises even higher to meet you. You will not be shaken. You will not fall. You will emerge stronger, refined, and empowered. Those who wandered away, chasing fleeting pleasures, chasing validation, chasing everything but God, will now feel the pull back. Some will return quickly, some slowly. Some who seemed hardened, unreachable, even mocking faith, are now drawn home. Why? Because emptiness has a voice, and longing will always respond to truth. Your role in this is essential. You are part of their restoration. You are the hand that lifts, not the finger that condemns. You are the grace that points them back to love. A bruised reed he will not break, a smoldering wick he will not snuff out. Matthew 12:20. That is God's heart. That is your posture too. If this is touching your spirit, affirm it now. Hit the like button, comment 777, the number of divine perfection and completion. Let heaven recognize your alignment. Let your heart agree with this calling. God's plan is vast, precise, and deeply personal. Every person has a role, whether they recognize it or not. You, chosen one, are not more valuable than anyone else. You are not better. You are not superior. You are simply the one who said yes when others said no. You are the one who kept your heart soft when life tried to harden it. You are the one who refused to let bitterness steal your joy, pain silence your prayers, or betrayal close your heart. You kept the door open. You kept the light on. You kept believing even when doubt, surrounded you. Those who have not awakened are not disposable. They are not forgotten. They are not beyond reach. Your responsibility is not to judge or despise them. Your responsibility is to love them into awakening, to pray them into revelation, and to live in such a way that your life becomes a testimony they cannot ignore. Your peace in chaos, your joy in trials, your faith in uncertainty becomes a living message of the source behind it all. Matthew 5:16. Let your light shine so that others may see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven. The enemy will attempt to steal your focus, make you believe this is about you, your comfort, your convenience. But it's not. This is about the kingdom. This is about souls. This is about eternity. People are living without hope, wandering without direction, and God has positioned you as a lighthouse in their storm, a guide in their darkness, a voice of truth in their confusion. Your assignment is not small. Your calling is not trivial. What you carry matters more than you realize. There will be days when doubt whispers, days when the road feels too hard, the opposition too strong, the noise too loud. Remember, prophets doubted, disciples feared, vessels faced trials. Moses questioned, Jeremiah hesitated, Isaiah doubted, yet God did not abandon them. He strengthened, carried, and equipped them, and He will do the same for you. Your foundation is secure. You are not built on shifting sand, but on the rock. Winds may howl, rains may fall, floods may rise, but you will stand. You will not be moved. Pressure does not destroy what is genuine, it reveals strength. Every challenge you face, every opposition that rises is shaping you, refining you, preparing you. The trials you endure are constructing something inside, a foundation that cannot be shaken. Your faith grows stronger when tested, your resolve becomes sharper when stretched, and your understanding deepens as you navigate obstacles. This is how God builds what is lasting, how He equips those He has chosen. Feed your spirit now. Nourish it with the Word until it becomes more real than your circumstances. Worship until your heart rises above the chaos. Remember past victories, the moments God has come through before, and let them strengthen your trust. Surround yourself with those who carry the same fire, who inspire and encourage your walk. Protect your anointing from distractions, from voices that mock, from environments that stifle. Guard what God has placed in you fiercely, because what you carry is precious, powerful, and desperately needed in this hour. The time for hesitation is over. The time for playing small is done. The time for hiding behind fear has passed. Chosen ones are rising worldwide. Can you feel it? There's a stirring, a gathering, a mobilization of those set apart for this moment in history, and it is your time, your moment to step fully into divine power, not to dominate, not for ego, not for recognition, but power to restore, to heal, to build, to speak life, to walk in authority that makes darkness retreat. This power flows through you from the source. You are connected, you are plugged in, you are ready. You don't need perfect conditions to step forward. You don't need every doubt erased or every question answered. Faith isn't the absence of fear, it's moving forward despite fear. It's saying yes even when you don't fully understand, obeying even when your hands tremble. The moment is now. Today, God has already equipped you for this season. You may feel inadequate, limited, or weak, but He sees something different. Every act of obedience, every choice to trust Him over worry, every step taken in faith is constructing strength inside you. Each moment of perseverance is a foundation stone. Every time you stand firm when it's easier to give up, your courage grows. Every act of stepping into truth, even when it costs you, is forming the person you were always meant to be. Before the world began, God had a blueprint for your life, a plan for how you would impact this generation and those to come. Confidence now comes not from achievement, but from identity. Confidence comes from knowing whose you are, not what you've done. Challenges are meant to be faced head-on, not avoided. Hard conversations are to be met, not ignored. The right path may be harder, but it leads to purpose. and you are never alone. God goes before you, empowers you, and surrounds you with His presence. Through every fire, every storm, every trial, He is with you. Serve with excellence even when no one watches. Lead with humility even when you have authority. Protect the vulnerable, restore the broken, heal the wounded, guide the lost. And remember why you do it. Not for applause, not for earthly gain, not for recognition, but for the glory of God. Eternity is watching. Lives, breakthroughs, and generations depend on your faithfulness, your willingness, your obedience. If this message is stirring your spirit, if something inside you is responding with intensity, take a moment now. Subscribe to this community of awake Ned ones. Leave a comment with one word that captures what you feel in this moment. Let us create a tapestry of testimonies. Let us see how God is moving hearts across the globe. Now I ask you directly, will you respond to this call? Will you release the weights that have held you back? The fear, the doubt, the need for approval, the comfort zones that kept you small? Will you step fully into the calling that has pursued you your entire life, even when you tried to ignore it, even when you felt unqualified? The world is shifting beneath our feet. The instability is real. Change is coming. And you were not brought this far to turn back now. You did not survive every trial just to hide when the real assignment begins. You were brought here to stand when others fall, to lead when others hide, to shine with the light that comes from the one who called you out of darkness. As you move forward, hold these truths close. When fear rises, choose faith. When isolation comes, remember God is near, present, involved. When the storm grows loud, when chaos threatens to overwhelm, stay steady. Do not be swayed by what you see or hear. Remain anchored in His promises. Delays are not denials. God's timing is perfect. Behind the scenes, He is moving. The revolution has already begun. You are not a spectator. You are a participant, an agent, a carrier of what this world desperately needs. This is your moment. This is your time, chosen one. Everything you've endured, every hardship, every betrayal, every failure, every victory has been preparing you for this. Nothing was wasted. Nothing was random. Every experience has shaped you, built resilience, refined your spirit, and strengthened your faith. The question now is, will you answer? Will you step forward fully? Will you say yes with your whole heart? There are people whose lives will change because you chose obedience. Breakthroughs that will unfold because you refuse to play small. Generations that will be impacted because you rose into your calling. Your yes matters. Your faithfulness matters. Your courage matters more than you can imagine. Don't let another day pass in hesitation. Don't let another week go by in fear. Don't let another month slip away in doubt. The urgency is real. The time is now. The call is clear. Inside you, God has already placed everything you need. He designed you for this, wired you for this, created you for this very season. Step into it, walk into it, run into it with confidence, with faith, with total trust that He who began a good work in you will bring it to completion. This is your moment, chosen one. Don't let it pass. The world is watching. Heaven is watching. Your destiny is calling. The question is, will you answer it?